stop. Keep on, I said it ain't gon' stop. It ain't gon' stop, it ain't gon' flop. Stop acting like we ain't so hot.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, back with another review. Tech review this time. This is the Removu, I believe. Removu 4K camera. It's here's the box so you can read the specs and what's going on. Got the 3-axis gimbal, stabilization, 4K video. It only shoots 4K in 30 frames per second, not 60, but it does shoot quad HD in 60. So that's a plus. 12 megapixels of photos, 340 grams, 1.5 inch screen. Battery life is 4 hours and has a USB charger. This is the box it comes in. So this is the actual camera. Let me show you what you get in the box. Kind of unboxing. It's not a full unboxing because I already used this camera, and I will link a video that I filmed when I went to New York if you didn't already see it. So first you get the books when you first open it up. And here is all the extras that you need. Charging cable. What else came in here? A pouch. There's a pouch somewhere. I don't know if I have it right now. It's a little, I will go find it. It is a little pouch to put the camera in. Get the books, as I said in the user guide. Then you open it up. You get the actual camera in here, which is nice protective stuff, things. So let me put that over here so we can get to the camera. Disclaimer, just want to tell you I'm sending this back. This is the second thing that I'm sending back, for one reason, because I couldn't get the gimbal, and you can see it now. You see how it's tilted? The head is tilted. I could never get it to go straight. You can get it to go straight. Okay. I can't get no. Okay. You can get it to go straight for a minute, but when you start it up and you start filming, it'll get crooked again like that and makes your footage sideways. Does work really well. Has a power button. Has this that is multifunctional. Has a joystick. Has all, the axes. Control it. It's the picture button and the video button and a menu button. And then over here you have an SD card and you have a microphone jack, which makes this a great camera, and I was hopeful for it. And it was great. It's great using. It's lightweight. Oh, and there's a few other things. It's threaded at the bottom so you can use a tripod, a little tripod. Then you have the battery, and it push that button, it gives you indicators so you know how much battery, and it's a removable battery, and the indicators are on the battery, and it's charged. It can be charged independently. So there's a lot of great features for this camera, which is $349. It's a great price, great featured camera, but like I said, that one aspect, so let me turn it on, has an LCD screen, which is great. You don't need anything extra, no extra monitoring. But even in this picture, you can see I'm up straight, and you see how it's a little slanted because that is slanted. And I calibrated it. You go to gimbal settings. If you can see the good little menu. Go to gimbal setting. They say you should calibrate it when you go through weather changes. So to calibrate it, you should sit on the desk, hit start. See how it goes back to, so it's calibrating now, and it goes straight. And it seems like everything is going to be great. I think it has something to do with the motor. I don't know if you can hear that, but it makes these weird. And okay, so now it's straight, but it will slowly tilt back. Like when you're using it, and then you go back straight. See how it's tilted again? So I mean, just something to mention. I don't know if it varies, but the gimbal's pretty good. You can change the speeds. I got it on slow right now. Oh, you know what? I forgot to unlock it. You can also lock it. If you lock it right here, then it can, you ain't gotta worry about the gimbal moving. But in order to move it side by side, you gotta unlock it. So then you get full range of the gimbal. As you can see, and I'll show some footage in the video in a minute. I'll probably overdub just because just want to show that footage, and I'll probably talk over it so you know what's going on. Also, I'll link at the end of the video I shot in New York, which was all shot on this, so you can check that out as well to help you understand. Now the settings are pretty cool. You got the photo settings. Not really going to use this for a photo, but I'll show some photos as well. But here you have the video settings, so you can go by. And I shot a lot of the video in New York in quad HD because it has, for one, 60 frames a second, and it has a low light setting. 4K does not have a low light setting, nor does it have 60 frames per second, but it is pretty good, pretty clear. You have slow motion, which you can get an abundance of slow motion. You can pick what you want. You got 1080p at 120 frames per second, but then you got 240 frames per second, which is super slow, but 720p. And you got 720p at 120 frames per second, which I'm not 100% sure what's the benefit of 720 over 1080. I'm just not versed enough. So you can make a decision if you're a little bit more versed on these things. I'm learning, I'm slowly learning. So I just want to bring you guys the information. Actual camera settings itself. So you have Wi-Fi, you can hook it up to your phone. But the app, another negative is that you can't download pictures and video from the app onto your phone. Like, you have to physically take the card out and transfer it that way. Hook it up to a computer, or if you're OTG, if you have something like this, works well if your phone will work. So there you have the card slot, and it's nice to have a microphone jack. Now with the trigger, let me go through some of the menu. So you have display, you have a screensaver, on screen display, and a grid, of course. Menu is back too, it doubles. Got orientation, you can change that up and down. So if you change it to down, then you can turn it upside down and use it like that, so you can get low shots, which is pretty cool. You have the external, you can have the LEDs on, which this will blink when you're recording, and this stays on, so you can turn those off if you want. The beep you can turn off. It really, let me put it on 100%. So if you're recording, it makes this loud beep. I hated it. See, it's very loud too. So I had that off. I just turned it back on though. But battery indicator is a little dodgy. This is much better when you push this and figure out where your battery is, because sometimes this will be in the red. I say this because you can't really see it. Let me shoot something that's black. See, now I can't even get the thing to work. There we go. You can see the indicator up there in the corner. That will sometimes be red when you have like 2-3 bars. Just shouldn't be red, so that's another thing. Yeah, the trigger does, like, you push it twice and you can change, you recenter it. Push it once, it goes to follow mode, where it'll change with you. Push it again, goes to pan mode, where you go back and forth. but then you can go like this and it'll still shoot straight. See how it's still on a straight path. So and then you have selfie mode. When you hit it 3 times, it automatically goes back, as you see. Hello. So then you can put it back. That's cool too. So this was shot quad HD, just as an example. So this right here is a picture, and it's at night. And right here is a time-lapse photo that I took, and it's I don't know the technical term, but you can set a point A and a point B, and then it takes a time lapse, and you can set each second what interval you want, I guess, the snap. So it could be a faster time lapse or a slower time lapse or a more incremental time lapse, which is pretty cool. So I just set, this is all automatic. I just set a point A and point B. I think I left it on like 0.5 seconds. As far as the interval, I was just testing it out. So all this is, movement is automatic, everything. It just moves from point A to point B by itself, which is pretty cool. Right here is just wanted to get some low light footage of these street performers, which, as you can see, this is probably the lowest light I could get in the city, because even though it's at night, it was still bright. And right here is some 4K footage that is, like I said, it's at night, but not really, because it is the city and it's mad lights. Yeah, so we back. So as you can see, some of the footage, it's pretty good. It's not if I could have got this to work or stay right, I mean, it's still a good product, I think, for whatever you use it for. I just needed certain applications that I needed it for. It's just not gonna work for me. But objectively, I kind of like the product. It's bigger than I know the DJI Osmo just came out, and that's much smaller than this, but doesn't have the same features. So I'm definitely, I believe I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. I don't know if I'm going to get that and review it, but I don't know if it's hard for me to say don't buy this, but it's also hard for me to recommend this just because I'm sending it back and I couldn't get it to work right. So I think it would be irresponsible of me to say to buy it. And this is how you lock it. I don't know if that has something to do with why it doesn't stay correct, but then this pouch that it comes with, throw it in there, zip it up. It's not a hard case. I wish it was a hard case, but it's just a little pouch that you slip it. It does go inside my pocket, in my inside pocket of my coat, so that's pretty good. It does bulge a little bit. So I don't know. In closing, I will say at first glance, this is a pretty good product, and just a few malfunctions. Also, it froze up a couple times while I was using it, just out the blue, and it took a minute to get back right. I had to reset it, but all in all, it didn't take that long. So if you're in the field and you're trying to get it together and it messes up like that, doesn't take too long to reset. But it was a couple times. I had to calibrate it a couple times, so that was a pain, but I guess it is what it is for the product. But it does take good shots. The zoom is pretty good. All right, so I'll get up with you. Like, subscribe, check out the New York video too. So some of the footage will be the same, just because that's what I mostly shot. All right, so I'll get up with y'all. Peace.
Hip hop, I feel I gotta say, who am I? You might say influence, and I spit better than most in this game.